Dave Portnoy is a name synonymous with success, controversy, and extravagance. He built a media empire, sold it for $450 million, then bought it back for just $1. Dave Portnoy is famously known for his love for finer things in life, and this extravagant taste is reflected in his extensive $65 million property portfolio. These properties are located across Massachusetts, Florida, and New York. One of the most famous purchases that Dave Portnoy made was his $42 million mansion in Nantucket, making it the most expensive house purchase in the history of Massachusetts. The house is built on 1.2 acres of land and resides in the exclusive Monomoy neighborhood. The built area of the house comprises a 5,200 square foot main residence, a 2-bedroom guest house, a private pool, and stunning sunset views over Nantucket Harbor. Owning a house with a view of the Steamship Authority ferry coming and going had always been a dream of Dave, especially after visiting the island. He posted a pic of the view with the caption, "This is now my view." The property connects the guest house to a separate studio via an underground tunnel. And as if the $42 million purchase wasn't enough, Portnoy dropped an additional $2 million on furniture to perfect his dream home. In 2021, Dave made the headlines again for his massive $14 million Miami mansion purchase. The waterfront property is a 2-story, 9-bedroom estate built in 1939. The mansion comes with a private dock, beach cabana, and an extraordinarily landscaped exterior. The interior of the house has an old-world charm, but is balanced with modern luxury. It consists of a wood-burning fireplace, French doors, which lead to covered seating areas, and even goatskin walls. Since purchasing the property, its value has increased and is estimated at around $17.7 million. The $9.8 million Montauk Mansion in the Hamptons is the perfect retreat for Dave, located close to the Bar Sports headquarters in New York. The 5,700 square foot home includes 5 bedrooms, a pool, and beautiful ocean views. When it comes to living a luxurious lifestyle, Dave Portnoy is certainly a name that comes up. He has a wide range of interests, from sports to fine dining, and for the longest time, there have been speculations that he owns his own luxury aircraft. However, he set the record straight by denying the claim on social media.
Why did you go from Miami to Albany, back to Miami in one day? Why are you wearing Caitlin Clark, Iowa, when you're a Michigan man? What are you doing at a women's game? Here's the thing, and you listen fucking good. I hunt greatness. I hunt it. I need it. Doesn't matter what it is. I don't care if it's Caitlin Clark, Pedro in his prime, Tom Brady, Jordan, The Godfather, Office Season 3.
While he may not own a private jet, that hasn't stopped him from indulging in the perks of private air travel. Portnoy frequently shares photos from private jet cabins, enjoying everything from high-end meals to Barstool Sports business meetings in the sky. Whether chartered or borrowed, he clearly has no issue flying in style. Despite enjoying the luxuries of private travel, Dave has been public about his disputes with private jet companies, calling out poor service and delays. Dave Portnoy is a huge sports fan and has a number of sports memorabilia in his possession. One of the most iconic pieces in his collection is a commissioned work of the iconic Larry Bird 1990 NBA Hoops trading card. Larry Bird later autographed this artwork during a private signing. The successful businessman always enjoys collecting cars, and while most famous people may opt for flashy sports cars, Dave loves Ford Broncos, which blend classic charm, rugged capability, and luxury customization. Dave's 1972 Ford Bronco is a vintage masterpiece that has been restored beautifully. This is a reflection of his appreciation for both nostalgia and craftsmanship. Vintage Broncos from the early 70s are prized collector's items, and with high-end restorations, the price tag reaches 6 figures. Dave's Bronco has a striking yellow paint job, chrome accents, and lifted suspension, giving it a bold and timeless appeal. He shared on his social media that this was one of his first major purchases after selling Barstool.
Like this bad boy, which is a 1970. I bought it when I sold Barstool the first time. Thing doesn't run a lick, but it looks like fucking sex on wheels. That's why I bought it.
Dave's second Bronco is a striking green model, but unfortunately, not many details are available about this car of his. Dave Portnoy has a well-documented love for food and dining, especially when it comes to pizza. His one-bite pizza reviews have become extremely popular on social media. In these reviews, he samples slices from various pizzerias and rates them on a scale of 0 to 10. This series began back in 2017 when Dave had the ambitious goal of reviewing every pizza place in Manhattan. But over the years, this cultural phenomenon grew into something even better. Portnoy's reviews have significantly impacted small businesses, often helping them increase sales and earn profits.
Probably the most famous pizza review I've ever done. It's that, or how's he pulling that? But it's in the Hall of Fame. It's first ballot Hall of Fame. This is good crisp.
This past Christmas, Dave's generous contribution of $60,000 helped to save a struggling veteran-owned Baltimore pizzeria from permanently closing. Ever since, customers have stormed the store with orders, and the store's sales are higher than ever.
This whole backstory, I didn't let him remake it because we're leaving the city. We're parked illegally.
Wow, the pleasure is all mine.
Nice to meet you. Before Christmas and keep you open for a year.
Oh my God.
But Dave Portnoy's pizza adventures aren't just limited to New York. Recently, he was spotted exploring New Orleans pizzerias like Gio's Pizza and Spaghetti House, That's Amore, and St. Pizza. His love for pizza tastings gave rise to the One Bite Pizza Festival, which debuted in September 2023 in Brooklyn, New York. It featured the top pizzerias and attracted thousands of people who loved pizza and Dave Portnoy.
This is a 9-3 pizza.
I just want to make sure the show works.
It's all tight. Di Lorenzo's. This thing's not even thinking of flop. I hit him with a 9-2. That beats. 9-2. Remember one.
Quite recently, Dave Portnoy, the founder of Barstool Sports, expanded his interest into the world of thoroughbred horse racing. The very day that Dave bought his company Barstool Sports back, he made a big purchase at the Saratoga Springs auction. He spent $650,000 on a young horse named Wonder Girl Carly. This move did not come as a shock for most people who knew him because he had always been vocal about his love for summers at the track and for high-stakes adventures. So, it only made sense for him to make this purchase. The young filly is the offspring of the 2017 Horse of the Year Gunrunner. Portnoy named the horse Wonder Girl Carly, and the reason for that was because he wanted it to be a tribute. It was derived from the horse's name, Wonderment, in the viral 1991 flag football video that featured a girl named Carly. Later, Dave also teamed up with entrepreneur Adam Weitzman to purchase a $250,000 bay colt during the Saratoga sale. The two worked together to train the colt for future races. He is also seen attending many of the sport's premier events. One of these is the popular Kentucky Derby. The Kentucky Derby is held annually in Louisville, Kentucky, and is one of the oldest and most famous horse races in the world. His regular attendance at these events is evidence of his love for horse racing. Dave Portnoy has also been spotted at the Royal Ascot, one of the UK's most renowned and longest established race events. Portnoy's trips to Royal Ascot have been part of his public persona, which makes him appear as a person who loves the best and most thrilling things in life. Not only is Dave Portnoy famous for his love of entertaining, but he is also popular for his lavish, entertaining style. The founder of Barstool Sports often uses ace of spades during big celebrations, symbolizing his success and fun-loving attitude. One of the most memorable times he enjoyed the champagne was when he celebrated the resignation of ESPN president John Skipper. Portnoy called it a huge victory and popped open a bottle of ace of spades to mark the occasion.
I have a champagne bottle ready for him, engraved with his name on.
The ace of spades is a symbol of luxury, with its bottle costing up to $3,000. For Portnoy, it's not just about drinking champagne. It's also about making a statement and celebrating in style. Everyone loves a furry little pet, and Dave Portnoy is no exception. Though he is popularly known for his extravagant indulgences, his persona took a heartwarming turn when he adopted Miss Peaches, a rescue dog who has since captured the attention of millions. The American Pit Bull, now 6 years old, was rescued from a hoarding and neglect situation by Lifeline Animal Project in Atlanta, along with 26 other dogs. Dave has always been open about this love for dogs, and when he found out about Miss Peaches' tragic past, he immediately opted to adopt her. He flew to Atlanta to rescue her and quickly shared his story on social media, calling her his angel. Needless to say, his action gained a lot of popularity on social media, and his fans developed a bond with Miss Peaches. After receiving so much love from fans, he decided to launch her on Instagram. Her account, at Famous Miss Peaches, became the fastest growing Barstool Sports social media account, attracting hundreds of thousands of followers. He has a history of using his platform to promote change, and he turned Miss Peaches' newfound fame into a way to support the Lifeline Animal Project. He raised over $150,000 to help other dogs in similar situations. He is an avid supporter of the cause, Adopt, Don't Shop.
Say hello, Mrs. Peaches. Good girl, Miss Peaches. Mwah. Peaches is built heavy and she's kinda heavy, right?
Dave Portnoy is a sports enthusiast, and he often makes appearances at popular games to show his support for his favorite teams. Since he's a Massachusetts native, it is only fitting that Portnoy is a super fan of Boston sports, like the Boston Celtics, New England Patriots, and Boston Red Sox. In particular, he is a fan of the Celtics and is vocal about his support. He has been spotted at their games often. In the 2024 NBA Finals, he was seen at Game 2, supporting the Celtics. He was also cashing in on a major $1.6 million parlay bet. His love for sports is also evident in the measures that his company Barstool Sports takes. One of his most significant indirect impacts is through the Barstool Sportsbook, a sports betting platform. Portnoy himself has been involved in men's league basketball games, as part of Barstool's history of fielding amateur teams and creating sports-related content around them. The CEO of Barstool Sports is a huge fan of gambling. In fact, the word gambling has become synonymous with Dave Portnoy. Portnoy doesn't shy away from making large wagers on a variety of sports and events, often sharing his bets and the drama of the outcomes with his huge following. His most recent gambling adventure was just a few months ago when during the 2025 AFC Championship game, he placed a $1 million wager on the Buffalo Bills to win the Super Bowl. This was a huge bet, especially for someone who had made his fortune in media and sports content. And, well, things didn't go exactly as he had planned. The wager, made earlier in the season, would have netted Portnoy a $5.5 million profit had the Bills managed to win the big game. But even though initially during the game, the Bills were leading 22-21, the game turned around after a controversial 4th and 1 call. Portnoy erupted in frustration. In a video posted to X, he declared, "I quit football," in response to the referee's decision. He is also a fan of parlay betting, where multiple outcomes are combined into one bet. Another one of his major losses came when he placed a $10,000 parlay bet on DraftKings that would have earned him $362,900 if he had won. When the match started, things seemed to be working out in his favor, and he celebrated wildly on social media when the first two legs of the bet hit. But things took a turn for the worse when Brian Robertson Jr. didn't get enough action against the Atlanta Falcons. As a result, the bet ultimately fell apart, which cost Portnoy a significant amount of money. This isn't the only time Portnoy's parlays have come close to paying off. In one of the more successful instances, he won an $11,000 bet.
Do it again, please. They're not gonna do it again. They're not gonna do it again.
One of his most celebrated victories was in April 2022. This time, he placed a $300,000 bet on Scottie Scheffler to win the Masters tournament. This was a big risk, but lucky for him, Scheffler performed exceptionally well in the game and won. This earned Portnoy $1.65 million in profit. Interestingly, it seems like Dave's love for gambling isn't just tied to conventional sports. He has also made some unconventional bets. For example, he made a $100,000 bet on the Indiana Fever to win the WNBA championship in 2024. Although a long shot, his faith in Caitlin Clark, one of the most powerful league players, was strong. Unfortunately for Portnoy, his trust cost him a large sum. Dave also backed Jake Paul in the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, even though the odds were -200. But this only goes to show his unpredictable betting style. We've seen how Dave Portnoy likes to spend his money, from luxury real estate and high-stakes sports betting to his famous pizza reviews. But how does he actually make it? His entrepreneurial journey has gone on for 2 decades, and it's his bold personality in the business field that has allowed him to take high risks that have benefited him over the years. His rise from a small-town Boston publication to a public personality and savvy investor reveals how he took a 4-page sports and gambling print and turned it into a $550 million business empire. Center to his wealth is his company Barstool Sports, which he founded in 2003. It all started as a humble print publication for sports fans and quickly turned into a massive online presence. In 2020, he sold a 36% stake of Barstool to Penn Entertainment for $163 million. Then, in 2023, he sold the remainder of the company for a total of $551 million. The sale of Barstool made him a multi-millionaire. Moreover, his holdings in Penn Entertainment stock grew his wealth even more as the company's stock value increased. He had significant stock options, and the value of those stocks shot up, especially during the company's 2021 peak, which added millions to his name. However, in August 2023, Portnoy made headlines when he bought back Barstool Sports for just $1 after Penn struck a blockbuster deal with ESPN. This allowed Portnoy to regain control of the brand he built. But the catch was that the deal included a clause stating that if he ever sold Barstool again, Penn would be entitled to 50% of the proceeds. In response, he stated that he had no intention of selling the company again. While his company remains the central figure in his earnings, we can't discredit his investments. He is a self-taught investor, and he was particularly active in investing in stocks during the pandemic. He even broadcasted his investments on his Davey Day Trader live streams. His investment strategy is a mix of humor and hustle, and he often bets on underdog stocks and distressed companies. It is perhaps his willingness to take risks, like sometimes picking stocks based on random Scrabble tiles, that have paid off in big ways. He also has investments in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, as well as tech companies and other brands. These include names like Spirit Airlines, Estee Lauder, and Wynn Resorts, as well as big momentum plays like GameStop and AMC Entertainment, which makes him not just a media mogul, but also a professional investor and has earned him significant wealth over the years. Dave Portnoy isn't just the CEO of Barstool Sports. He's a name associated with wealth, luxury, and the finer life. From selling Barstool for $450 million to buying it back for $1, his career has been anything but predictable. There is no denying that Dave Portnoy plays by his own rules, and so far, it's paying off. What do you think about his risky gambling adventures? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, also make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on another video. See you next time.